Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to another movie review and reviewing another 20th anniversary movie review. And especially another revisit review, actually. And I reviewed this film before. I'm trying not to keep this short because I reviewed this film before, so probably will be because it's a film that nobody likes nowadays. Probably even 20 years later, probably still people don't like the film. But to me, I had some fun with the film in retrospect of an actor who's no longer with us. I had some. It's basically I had dumb fun with the film. I know it's not that great of it. I know it's not that great of a film, let alone a comedy. Definitely not one of Disney's best though, but still, I had some dumb fun because in retrospect of the late Leslie Nielsen. And for the 20th anniversary, it was released 1997, let alone on around Christmas. That is Mr. Magoo, based on the cartoon of the same name. Yeah, Mr. Magoo. Yeah, it was probably that bad because it was like it was criticized for like before the credits to go, it has a statement saying about the blind and such. Which I don't see how there's anything was because of Leslie Nielsen's character is blind. How the way the character is used for a blind guy. I mean, that's why I got criticized for that. I mean, it's a movie. It's not in real life. Leslie Nielsen was blind, so. But I know I miss Leslie Nielsen. Funny guy. Love him in Airplane. I am serious, and don't call me Shirley. I just want to tell you, both good luck. We're all counting on you. He's missed a lot. But yeah, so it's not a great movie. I'm sure 20 years later, the film is still not loved by everybody. But I had some fun with it. Let alone, like I said, dumb fun with it. Because I think Leslie Nielsen, he's just doing the best he can. And the film is directed by Stanley Tong, who's a Chinese director who directed like mainly action films, Chinese action films, like some of the films with Jackie Chan, like Police Story 3 and 4. And then he directed actually a good Jackie Chan film. He directed Rumble in the Bronx. I like that one. That's one actually that my dad has on old VHS actually, and I like Rumble in the Bronx. And he directed a film, also one called China Strike Force. That was actually one that Coolio was starred in. He's a bad guy. It's funny, Coolio. So I guess he wanted to take a crack at directing a Disney comedy film. And like I said, the film flopped on its budget of $30 million, only made $21 million. So, and because also with the negative feedback and the criticizing of the blind or disability of people, it was pulled from theaters for being it from 2 weeks. So yeah, like I said, it's just I don't think it's 20 years later. I don't think that issue is not a big a thing anymore. But I mean, it's just not like Leslie Nielsen, he wasn't blind in real life, so he's not being treated horribly. But look, he's blind, he's all falling down, all that stuff. It's Leslie Nielsen, he's doing the best he can. He was having some fun with the film. And I mostly hate that I liked him, mostly, me saying I mostly liked him in the film. And then other supporting cast members, you have Kelly Lynch, who's this jewel thief. Which Kelly Lynch, I think she was in Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze. And then you have Matt Kreisler, who plays his nephew, Waldo. And then you have Ernie Hudson, plays who's from CIA who's characters from the CIA. I like it was nice to see Ernie Hudson because I like Ernie Hudson. Met him, nice guy. Stephen Tobolowsky, who I've recently been some films I reviewed. He's recognizable if you see him. He's an FBI agent. Him and Ernie Hudson team up together to get this diamond that was stolen. Nick Chinland, which I remember him, he was in the same year, 1997. He was in Con Air. He was the prisoner that named Billy. He was who was fighting Nicolas Cage. Put the bunny back in the box. That prisoner. And you have Jennifer Gardner in here. She's like this foreign woman, which I don't buy her with that foreign accent, and all that, which she's taken to liking with Waldo Magoo. Malcolm McDowell has a small supporting role. But the whole thing with Malcolm McDowell's aside of being a side villain, he could have just cut out of the film though, but still. And also you have lastly you have the late Miguel Ferrer as well, who's another guy, which Kelly Lynch is actually working for, Bring the Diamond 2. So, and Nick Chinland is working for Malcolm McDowell. So, and yeah, like I said, largely negative. It's a 3.9 IMDb. It's a mediocre 7% Rotten Tomatoes. Understandable though, but like I said, I had some fun with the film. So, and as the story is, it shows like the opening of the film, shows like how it was in the old cartoon, and then it cuts into a live action, real life where Mr. Magoo, he's like at this party for this at this museum, and then one night the two jewel thieves, Nick Chinland and Kelly Lynch, they go in to steal the diamond. Well, Mr. Magoo, he wanders off into this mummy tomb, which he thought was a bathroom. And the authorities, like Ernie Hudson and Stephen Tobolowsky, they suspect that he was in on it, so they're going to have to keep an eye on him. Which they are keeping an eye on him. And then Leslie Nielsen, he has his bulldog named Angus. They're gonna go off do some fishing, and Angus is aware of Leslie Nielsen's blindness. He moves the vacuum cleaner out of the way for him, so he doesn't run into it. And while he's fishing, he's trying to fish. Where Kelly Lynch and Nick Chinland, they're on a boat. She double crosses him, tries to kick him off the boat, and then loses the diamond. Lands into his Mr. Magoo's bait box or tackle box, and then he I guess it was funny when he gets he throws his hook, his reel out, and he grabs Nick Chinland. It hooks onto his drawing area, and he's like, "Oh!" It's like, "Oh, I got a strike!" Leslie Nielsen's laughing, and he's like, "And I said, pants." So yeah, and then he goes back, and he goes back, and he walks on this what are those boats It's one of those boats that had those big wheels that move, that makes the boat move. I forget what this thing is. It's like one of those big steamboats. He's riding on it. He gets off just fine. Again, the guy Nick Chinland, he tries to run. He's just falling into it. And then he has this thing where he does. He's doing this play. This sort of like an opera type of thing, and he has this big huge hammer, and he hits Stephen Tobolowsky. He doesn't know he's there. Hits him a couple times, and he turns on this big fan. Blows Stephen Tobolowsky across the stage, and it's just a bunch of hijinks ensues because they want to get this diamond. And Kelly Lynch posing as a reporter, wants to take Mr. Magoo, ask Mr. Magoo out, and once they're on the boat, but they're going back to the house, and Stephen Tobolowsky, posing as an Indian delivery guy, tries to put these little communicators in things, and then here's where her Leslie Nielsen, he tries to cook a chicken. And of course, where he changes hits the remote and changes the channel. Like first, it does like a workout routine. He's like doing this with the chicken, and he has and you can hear the YMCA song playing. YMCA, it's like, and lift it up high. And he's like lifting it up, and then he has another channel like it's a hard like a wood shop channel. Like, get some sandpaper and all that. He's like, oh, it must be a Chinese recipe, or otherwise, or a Chinese or German recipe. And Kelly Lynch, she's looking through the diamond, and there's those parts where there's little microchips that hitting where it's been placed hidden, but it's too loud, and Ernie Hudson listening on the other end. He's going, it's too loud on his ears. And he had they see the diamonds, like Nick Chinley, he's in the house too, trying to hide, and so is Stephen Tobolowsky. The diamond's there, and Nick Chinley gets it, and then they all ride in the eggplant mobile, and just a car chase ensues. I don't know why I'm just yawning so much. But, like, she claims, like, then she claims, well, they lose him, but they claims that she's FBI. But she's not, though, but she's just saying that. Follows him all the way to this, so some place where it has like snow, and it's somewhere in a place where where the snow is, and Mr. Magoo tells him to he'll go in disguise as this guy named Peru, where he's like this criminal, says he doesn't go anywhere, and he's like Nick Chinley's like, Mr. Peru never goes anywhere. And he's like, that's right, I never go anywhere. So when I go somewhere, I make sure that, well, how do I go? So when I go somewhere, it makes us think everyone is there, but I forget how the line goes. Like it's something like that, and then all these other big criminals, they come together. They're in where the pool is, and Malcolm McDowell's there. And he sees he sees Mr. Magoo as the imposter. Mr. Peru is Mr. Magoo, and Kelly Lynch, once again, she does all these disguises. She tells Magoo to give her the diamond. She gets away. The authorities get there, and then you have this snow downhill slope chase where Mr. Magoo is chasing everyone. He's going down the hill on an ironing board, and Nick Chinley, he's sliding down, but when he gets all the way down the slope, he's like all frozen. And of course, you get the pun, where the cop says freeze because he's frozen. Get it? I still say that's one line. I would still say it's not that funny because that's a pun that's used as a lot of times. Oh, freeze! It's like with Jim Carrey in The Mask. Freeze. But you'll tell me to freeze. I'm sure I'd use puns use other things, but still, that's still that. It worked in The Mask, but not this. and when Leslie Nielsen, there's also this women snowboard competition. He crossed the finish line first. It's a man on an ironing board. And then they go to Brazil. I think it was Brazil. In Peru. I think the thing was Peru. Yeah, it's Brazil. Then that's where we meet the next criminal, played by the late Miguel Ferrer, which I think he is. I think he is part Brazilian. I think he is. I'm not entirely sure though, but he has like this Brazilian accent, you know. It's nice, even though in retrospect it's nice to see Miguel Ferrer, you know, sucks he's now passed away. He passed away earlier this year, I think in January. You can check out my video. That's where it'll show like the date where I do the video where the day he passed away. So yeah, it was just sucks to see Miguel Ferrer because you know he's now passed away. At the same time, nice to see him. And he, Mr. Magoo, like he mistakes a baboon for a child, like ugliest child I've ever seen. And he scares Miguel Ferrer as a bride, and he puts in the wedding dress. And he gets the diamond back. And while Kelly Lynch, he gets her money. But then he gets the diamond back by holding his nephew hung there where the baboon is below. So he gets the diamond. And then the authorities come in. He gets away in a helicopter with Kelly Lynch. Kelly Lynch gets the diamond too, but Leslie Nielsen follows him on the helicopter too. He gets the diamond. They both jump into the river, and he just goes and Miguel Ferrer, he lands off screen, probably arrested off screen probably. And they both are in the lifeboat, and they're about to go over a waterfall. And she said, Kelly Lynch is like, you know, Quincy, give me the jewel. You know, you and me together. And he's like, landless sore, you have the heart of an artichoke. And he accidentally hooks the line to her, and she gets hoisted up, and Mr. Magoo, he goes over the waterfalls, clearly, well, the close-ups with Leslie Nielsen when he's going, when he's screaming, he clearly it's a green screen, but the wide shot shows actually someone going over the waterfall, and he uses the raft like a parachute, and he lands in the boat, where Luann Lasor gets arrested by Ernie Hudson and Stephen Tobolowsky. And then back, and also, you have this whole thing, you used to get some scenes with Jennifer Gardner, with Waldo. But I said, I don't buy her with that foreign accent. But didn't actually, you know, I wasn't all that interested with the chemistry between Waldo and Jennifer Garner's character. Wasn't all that interested, honestly. But and then they switch the diamond back with a real one, and Ernie Hudson and Stephen Tobolowsky wanted to decide on this book, but of course he signs it, but he had no pen. The actual tip was not on, so he didn't sign it. And then he's walking with his dog, and it cuts into cartoon form. He's walking on a dinosaur, and he falls onto the cave woman's arms. And that's when he gets the credits of the whole thing of the blind and nearsighted people during saying on that though. So yeah, I still had some fun with the film. Leslie Nielsen was the reason for me to keep on watching. I still somewhat enjoy the film. I know it's not that great though. 20 years later, people still think it's not that great either. But to me, since I enjoy Leslie Nielsen, he's passed away, but I kept on watching for him, and he's still doing the best he can. I will still say I still enjoy the film to this day. 20 years later, I still think I do. I know I'm probably one of the few people who probably like this film, but yeah. For the supporting cast, I thought they all did the best they can. Ernie Hudson, Stephen Tobolowsky, Kelly Lynch. Malcolm McDowell, his character could have been cut out though, because he was a useless side villain. Probably the same thing with probably Miguel Ferrer because that's what Kelly Lynch was mainly working for to get her money from. So I guess it could accept him, but Malcolm McDowell's character, who Nick Chalon was working for, his character could have been cut out. But Miguel Ferrer was nice to see him. And the film, it's only without the end credits, it is under 90 minutes, so it is not that long of a movie. But of course, like I said, during the time came out on Christmas, especially with Titanic was taking away money, of course this film didn't do diddly squat. Especially with the whole blindness thing, it sunk even further and was pulled from theaters for 2 weeks. So yeah. But there's some humor I liked and some of the things I didn't. But still, it was only a couple of nitpicks though. But still, I like the film. 20 years later, I still do. I'm being perfectly honest. You know, you can still check out my old review of it. Still, I'm probably was more enthused about it than I think like I am now. But still, I like the film. So it's nice to do a little 20th anniversary movie review of this film. And I also didn't really watch the old cartoon of Mr. Magoo. My dad remembers the cartoon. I never got into the cartoon Mr. Magoo though. So, but yeah. So I hope you enjoyed my little 20th anniversary review of Mr. Magoo. If anybody remembers this film, probably will just for to watch for Leslie Nielsen. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. Stay tuned on the next movie review. Later.